So, hi everyone, welcome back, and let's talk about the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals are gonna start tomorrow, today, when you're watching this video, but I'm recording it the day before. And yes, it's gonna be really interesting because the main contenders, yeah, you can say that Saudi Arabia was a contender, that other teams perhaps could have tried to get to the cup, like Iraq. But the main contenders that we were talking about before the beginning of the Asian Cup are still here. We still have the hosts and the champs of 2019 Qatar. We have the main favorites by everyone before this tournament, Japan. Then of course Japan went down a little bit, but now perhaps for many they are back as main contenders. We have Iran, we have Korea Republic, we have Australia, and we have two surprises that are gonna face each other. Two black horses in this tournament are gonna be Jordan and Tajikistan. And as you can see, I'm gonna put myself here. I wrote a key player for each team in the quarterfinal. And let's start talking about the Jordan-Tajikistan game. Jordan-Tajikistan game that really, I mean, it's a surprise. Is a surprise for a lot of people. But if you look at them and if you look on how they played, not just in this Asian Cup, but even before the Asian Cup, you could have expected them to be in this quarterfinal. These are two teams that are really well organized, really well coached. Coach Amuta for Jordan and Coach Šegrt for Tajikistan are doing a great job, absolutely great job. Tajikistan and Jordan are two teams that are fun to watch. That's the point. Like, probably they are two of the most fun teams in this Asian Cup. You have with Tajikistan, I wrote Jalilov, their number 10. Their key player that is not the only one that does the job. That's the point on these two teams. You don't have the guy and the others. You have one main guy perhaps, and other players that are all working together with him. And you can argue that other players, as for Jordan with Musa Al-Tamari, can be the star. And so here we have Jalilov with Samiev, with Panshambe. We have so many good combinations that happen in this team. And with Jordan, with Musa Al-Tamari, Al-Neimat, you have the only difference between Jordan and Tajikistan that I'm putting right now is the speed. Jordan is a team that runs a lot. They like to run, they like to go fast. Tajikistan, yes, they can run. We have seen that in other games. We have seen that against the UAE in the round of 16. But really, I mean, it's more a team that likes to play the ball. It's a very technical team. It's a team that can go fast, but not that fast. So that's the difference between the two of them. And honestly, this is a matchup that I'm not really sure what's going to happen. The key is going to be who scores first, because if Tajikistan score first, I'm seeing Jordan be really in trouble to score at that point, because Tajikistan is very solid. Jordan, if they score first, of course, at that point it gets easier for them. At that point it's Tajikistan that have to make the game, and so that's the point of this game: who scores first. That's I think who scores first wins this game and goes to the semi-final and is the black horse, the official black horse of this tournament. Then we go to Australia against Korea Republic. As you can see, I put Jackson Irvine for Australia, expected. He's playing really well. He's scoring a lot. And Lee Kang-in. I didn't put Heung-min Son. Again, still, he's the captain. He can really change everything. He can be really decisive and perhaps he can score a hat trick. I mean, I'm not saying that he cannot and he will not. He can, absolutely. But Lee Kang-in in this tournament is playing really well. He is being the key for this team and for Jürgen Klinsmann in this tournament, and I'm seeing him as being more decisive than his teammates. And again, with now having Hwang Hee-chan back, we've seen the difference in the round of 16 against Saudi Arabia, and I think we might see a difference here. And Hwang Hee-chan is also candidate to be the key player for South Korea. For Australia, a lot of people are criticizing Graham Arnold. You can argue that Australia could play better, especially with their strikers, but like organization wise, it's a good team. Game wise, play wise, everything wise, it's a good team. They are just missing that in front, and they can get Korea Republic really in trouble. But I mean, the key is gonna be their midfield, and Jackson Irvine is really a key. Is gonna be the key in this game for Australia. Then we have Iran against Japan. Iran, in the group stage, I said they were the favorites at that point to win the cup after the group stage. Then Japan has played such a good round of 16, and Iran had a lot of trouble yesterday against Syria. They had to win it on penalties, and most importantly, they have lost Moharrami in the group stage, and now Mehdi Taremi is not going to be part of this game because he got ejected against Syria. So I put as a key player for Iran at this point Haji Safi, the captain. I could have put Sardar Azmoun, the forward striker for Roma, but Azmoun is not performing. Haji Safi is leading his team in a really great way, and so I'm putting him as the key player against Japan. Japan that now have Kaoru Mitoma back, and yes, I mean, he played just 20 minutes, 30 minutes against Bahrain in the round of 16, but he can be the key player. He can absolutely be the key player. He can change everything for Japan, and I can argue that he already did that in the last 30 minutes, 20-30 minutes against Bahrain. He was dribbling everybody. He was going like he was absolutely great. And yes, Ayaze Ueda has scored 4 goals in 4 games, and that's really impressive, but Kaoru Mitoma can be, and I think he will be the key player for Japan. Again, for Iran it's a tough matchup because of the players that are missing. We see how that goes, but if Iran are able to score first, they are really solid, and we can talk like the same thing that I said about Tajikistan. Obviously, perhaps in a different way, but they are really solid, and Japan can struggle at that point to score. But we'll see how that goes. Obviously, then we have Qatar against Uzbekistan. Qatar, they're playing really well, but you can argue that they haven't really faced a contender team like until now. They have faced China, Lebanon, Tajikistan, Palestine. Yes, Tajikistan is in the quarterfinals. Palestine had a great round of 16 against them. But still, perhaps they are not at the level of Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan that is missing a couple of key players, key strikers. Sergeyev got injured. Shomurodov got injured before the Asian Cup. So I'm putting as key player Faizullayev. He's playing absolutely great, and I think Faizullayev with Lee Kang-in, these are the 2 players that are gonna contend for the young player of the tournament. I'm gonna make a video about that later, next few days, not later today. And yeah, but the other side, you have the hosts, you have the champs, you have an Akram Hafif that is playing absolutely out of his mind. He's going on an incredible tournament. Al-Moed Salih was the key player in 2019. Akram Afif is the key player in 2023, 2023 tournament, 2024 the year for Qatar. This is gonna be really tight, really interesting. Perhaps the most balanced game of them all. I mean, they're all balanced. If you talk about Jordan and Tajikistan, it's balanced as well. I mean, it's gonna be balanced. Most balanced, I don't know, but it's gonna be balanced. Qatar and Uzbekistan are two great teams that want to win the cup. Qatar want to confirm themselves as champs and win it after winning it back in 2019, and win it at home would be absolutely incredible. For Uzbekistan, they finally want an Asian Cup at home, and I think they have a good shot, even though they're missing a couple of key players. That's pretty much it for this video. It's gonna be an interesting quarter-final round, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.